Right, here we are with Tyson Fury after he's landed in Belfast. Welcome to Ireland, Tyson.
Thank you very much.
Um, Tell us a little about your last fight, Chisora. It was a really big hype fight. A lot of people were actually predicting Chisora would beat you, and didn't think he'd have the experience or the ring nous to overcome, his attributes. Tell us a little bit about that fight.
Well, it was a tough fight. We were both undefeated in 14 professional fights. Like I say, a lot of people went against me, thought I was going to lose, but I pulled out of the bag again, gave him a boxing lesson. A lot of people thought it'd be awkward for me to hit because he was rolling and moving his head, but I found the target quite easy to hit him. And I'm just a bit disappointed that I didn't get him out of there because he was ready to go at some stages, but my hands was in quite a bad state, so that's why I didn't get him out of there. But as always, next time. And I thought it went quite well, to be honest. I picked up some good 12 rounds fighting, felt fit afterwards, and never had no damage done to me, nothing, so it was just a good, and that's why I'm fighting so close again.
But you damaged your hand, you damaged it quite early in the fight as well. What happened there?
It was about the third round. I think I hit him on top of the head or something, and my right hand was completely like that after the fight.
Yeah.
I had it in a bucket of ice, and it was up there. All this was swelled up really bad. So.
It was your first fight on terrestrial TV on Channel 5. New deal with Mick Hennessy as a manufacturer with Channel 5. And you did an awful lot of press before that. Press you probably wouldn't have done before, the various regular shows, non-boxing shows.
Yeah, like the Right Stuff.
Right Stuff and all that.
The magazine.
Yeah. How did that feel?
Well, yeah, it was really good because Channel 5 said they'd be happy with 1 million viewers, and we got 3 million summer. So
yeah.
It went really well.
Yeah. You think you tapped into a new fan base there, as opposed to just regular fight fans that know you as well?
Well, what it is, you're going to get yourself out there to everyone in the world, not just to a certain type of people. Fight fans are going to be interested in boxing anyway, but it's to the other people you've got to try and market as well.
Yeah.
And I believe that if there's someone out there who can market it correctly, then there'll be a lot of fans turn up to these big fights that's coming on.
British boxing has lost terrestrial TV for quite a long time now, and it's pretty much Sky has dominated it. Do you think that to be a real big star, you need to be on terrestrial TV?
I think it's a major point. Yeah, you've got to be on terrestrial TV. You've got to be fighting regular. That's what I'm trying to do. And you've got to get some decent fights, some unbeaten fighters, because no one's interested in seeing me knock out some bum from Bulgaria, or some has-been, or old man, or whatever. And I think now that the public's getting value for money in undefeated fighters, they're watching it for free, and hopefully Channel 5 will still be happy with this next fight and get the win as well.
Yeah. So you brought the Fury Roadshow over to Belfast. You fought in Ireland before, but this is your first time fighting in Belfast. You did used to train over here before, and you are going to fight in the Irish seniors and hopefully fight for Ireland in was it the 2004 Olympics or which 2008 Olympics? Tell us where you were training and all the background into that, because it's a bit of it's a fair tale, and there's a lot of stories going around, and nobody's ever really got to the real truth of it, even though bits and pieces have sort of come out.
The exact truth, what happened? Yeah. I was training. Well, I'll tell you what it was. As you know, I travel back and forwards to Ireland and that. I've got family over here. I travel here.
Yeah.
I was doing a bit of work over here. Yeah. I was back in 2007, 2006, late 2006, and I couldn't be bothered going back and forth all the time. Yeah. So I was actually staying at me. I was telling you before, my uncle's got a good friend in Liston
Ski. Yeah.
I was staying there with him. Yeah. I was staying there with him for about 18 months, something like that, and I was training at the Smithborough Amateur Boxing Club.
Barry McGuigan's old gym.
Yeah. Gerald Lynch was the trainer.
Yeah.
And I was also training at the
up in Belfast somewhere, was it?
And
the Holy Family.
Jerry Story.
Yeah.
And what happened was I sent my resignation letter to the England boxing squad.
Because they had picked Price at this stage, had they?
No. I'll tell you what happened. It was the qualifying tournament,
yeah.
And I'd just been to the European Juniors and got a silver medal, and I won the European Union Championship. So they said to me, oh, blah, blah, blah. But I wasn't in the country, if you know what I mean. I wasn't over there.
Yeah.
So I sent this letter saying, I'm living in Ireland now, blah, blah, blah. And they sent me a letter back saying, no problem, best wishes in the future. And then I was over here, I had the medical card for like 12 months or something. So Jerry Story got me on the the A-team it's called, boxing, like Ireland v America.
Yeah, you fought 2 fights for Ireland,
Yeah,
didn't you?
yeah, I boxed Ireland v America and Ireland v
Poland was, yeah.
Yeah, I fought the #1 Polish fella and
Yeah.
a top-ranked American.
Who did you fight? What was the name of the American you fight?
His name was Maurice Bayam. He's
Right.
now 14-0, so 10 knockouts as a professional. And I knocked them both out, yeah. But when it come to fighting in the national championships,
Because you were in the draw. You were in the draw. The draw was made.
oh yeah, I got
and you were
right
down
to
as a.
semi-final,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
right. Yeah.
And what happened was, it was the coach from the Holy Trinity Boxing Club,
Mickey Hawkins,
Mickey Hawkins, yeah. His man,
Colin McGonigal.
yeah, was the national champion.
That's right.
But they knew that he didn't stand a chance against me because he was too small. So what he done was, he started saying, oh, this and that, and blah, 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 he can't fight and whatever. Where's his Irish proof? But at that time, we had like a few hours to prove it.
Yeah, I remember that.
They didn't say it the day before or 2 days before. They said it like on the way in.
Yeah.
The board, there was a fella, something Fury, his name was on the board, the boxing board, the amateur boxing board. And he even said, listen, this fella is relation to me, yeah? Me dad's whatever, and his mother or something was cousins.
Yeah.
I can't remember if it was his mother who was a Fury or something, yeah? And he even said it, and I had an affidavit of the postwoman in Listener Ski, yeah?
Yeah.
Saying, listen, he's been here for that. They're saying, oh, I wasn't.
Yeah, because you took 12 months residence. It's still,
exactly.
yeah.
Automatically qualifies you anyway.
Yeah.
But they wanted proof. But they give us a couple of hours, and we couldn't get it in a couple. We had the affidavit saying,
Yeah.
listen, he's here. We had the priest saying it in the local church, the chapel
Yeah.
that I was going to, and we had the postwoman as well. And it still wasn't good enough.
Why was that not good enough? What did they say? Why?
Well, they said, listen, the man who sorted it, I can't think of his name, there was one, he kept putting a spoke in, and I think he's got a good bit of swing in the Irish amateur boxing. And the man said to me, he said, listen, he said, if Jesus Christ himself, this was his exact words, I'll never forget them in a million years. This was some old fella. He said, do you know if Jesus Christ himself come down to me today and said he's Irish for in boxing, he said, I wouldn't let you box in his championships.
So do you think he had some sort of a connection with the?
I think he did have, yeah.
Right.
And that was that. So
was that a disappointing time for you?
It was disappointing. And I went home, yeah. And then 2 weeks later, I get a letter. The Irish at AIBA, yeah.
Yeah.
You've been invited to the championship multi-nations tournament, yeah. So I comes back over again for another qualifying tournament, yeah. I gets here again, same thing again. Oi, what's going on? I said to him, why do you keep sending me these letters?
Yeah.
Saying you're invited to come to this and that. Anyway, big situation. It nearly come to fisticuffs outside. My dad was going to chin him. Oh, there was some thingy. They was going to let us know by 12 o'clock, and they had a big meeting over it and whatever.
Yeah.
And they come to a conclusion that they was going to let McGonigal go anyway, and he got beaten all 3 qualifiers. Yeah. I do believe that it stopped Ireland from getting the gold medal in that year because I was on fire. I was winning everything I went in, and could have won it.
Because it was a fantastic Olympic team we had that year, and you know we won. We brought more medals than ever before.
I felt like walking away from boxing forever, to be honest. I blamed God for a bit. I thought it was his fault because I was praying to let me go to the Olympic Games, and it didn't happen. But when I look back on it now, it was just all meant to be.
Yeah.
Because out of all Olympians and whoever went gold medalists and all that, I'm a much bigger fighter now than they are. Even James DeGale, all these Olympians, where are they today?
Yeah.
So it's worked well for me, and then I got in touch with Mick Hennessy, and then we turned professional.
So before that, then you had, there was the rivalry with Price and the potential spot to fight for GB as well.
Well,
and there was a Price, obviously a Scouser, you, Mank. There was a lot of hype and a lot of words because me based in Manchester, I remember it like.
I'll tell you what it was. I was only 17 when I fought David Price, and I had 11 fights. Inexperienced, but I've always been the type of person just to get in and fight anyway, win, lose or draw. And as an amateur, it don't matter if you win or lose anyway. But I fought David Price in 2006, and I was inexperienced, and he was like Commonwealth champion, and he was double ABA champion as well, and he had about 80 fights then. And
so well seasoned.
Yeah, he was a well seasoned world class amateur then, and I was a novice.
Yeah.
And I gave him a good fight. Gave him a good fight, good run for his money, but he beat me on points. But in 2 years, they didn't give me a box off. And after I'd won all these tournaments, I beat the #1 American who was represented for the Olympic Games, Michael Hunter.
Yeah.
I beat the #1 Polish man. I beat them all, Russians, Ukrainians, so everybody put in front of me, I beat, and they still won't give me a box off to go.
But did you not lose to him in a tournament that one was for a qualifier? Was there not? How many times did you fight him?
Once.
And did he won that fight?
Yeah.
Was that a qualifier for anything?
No.
Right. What was that in?
It was the ABAs in 2006. Like I
Right.
said, I had 11 fights.
Yeah.
It was nothing. I just got in there for the experience,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah.
But to be honest with you, if I was in his shoes then, if a 17-year-old lad come and give me INL water and put me over as well, and I was it's like a 17-year-old now coming in and beating me all around the ring, but me jib-jabbing him and beating him on points.
Yeah.
I'd retire. But I tell you what it was, he won on points, but I tell you what it was, he got a funny run for his money. His tongue was out that far afterwards. I have a little fat kid as well. So, I'd love to get him as a professional. I'd level him up completely. Because he's got no tin. You can't go swimming and not get wet, and I don't care how hard he punches or how big of a right hand he's got or whatever. I'm telling you, he gets in the ring with me, he's like a KO'd.
Yeah.
And he knows that.
So you still feel a little bit of animosity towards him there, obviously.
Between him, because I know he's a bottle job, and he bottled it in the Olympic Games against that Italian fella. He went in and lost on purpose, basically. He's waiting for a shot to go over, He's a swallower, and once you do that once, you'll always do it, And what got me pissed off was they wouldn't even give me the chat. They said to me, you can go to the qualifier in Italy after he goes to the World Championships to try and qualify. But they was going to send me there as well as 2 teams, because like GB thing, they can send one from Wales, Scotland.
Well, Scotland, yeah.
They got 3 chances.
Yeah.
But they wouldn't send me because they were scared of me drawing him and beating him in the championships. Because by then I was internationally experienced and I beat him.
Yeah.
But they would never give me the chance.
You turned pro then, and it's a bit of a sensitive subject, but always behind you was your dad, and your dad isn't there now.
No.
Is that really? Because I remember seeing you after you beat Chisora, and you looked pretty emotional, for your dad.
Definitely.
Is that something that do you think about every day, or is it?
I'll tell you what it is. You think about it every day, every hour. You think about your old dad being inside there for all them years.
Does he get to watch the fights even?
He gets to watch the fights. Now they're on Channel 5.
Yeah, right.
But before he didn't, and he's been there all around the world with me as an amateur and all that, from day one. And it's just a sin that he's not going to see all this, really. He can see it on the telly, but he can't.
Yeah, it's not the real thing, like,
It's wrong, really. But if I keep winning, like in 18 months he'll be out, so he'll be able to see me fight Klitschko or something like that.
There you go.
So hopefully it'll be all right.
Yeah.
But if Price beats McDermott, which I think he'll have a tough test, then he'll fight me in maybe July or something, February next year.